Hello, hello, and welcome. Hope that you are all doing well with this new moon and Virgo energy coming through, stepping through, being powerful. So today we're just going to keep it very short and sweet. Just see what it means for you guys, for the collective, and how it will affect you. And then we'll go ahead and pull up some cards for you, okay? So, Spirit, what is the proverb for the collective? In regards to this new moon, okay, we have 6 and 15 in regards to how this new moon will affect you and or what it means to you and how it will entail, okay? So, for the number 6, we have conflict, which is above heaven, below water. The natural movement of heaven is upward. Water moves naturally down. When two forces pull in opposite directions, conflict is inevitable. Someone or something that may not be immediately obvious pulling against you. If you are sure you are in the right, proceed cautiously. If you are in doubt, do not proceed at all. Okay? So we're thinking about the difficulty at the beginning that you guys will be experiencing in this sense, and this is saying that there's actual conflict. This could be in a sense of something that is in regards to the difficulty at the beginning. So we're thinking about the readings that we got with the hidden secrets, the relationships, the new starts in the beginning. So those things. And then we're thinking that this proverb is applying to a possible outside force, which in again is regards to the third party and what Spirit was telling you about. This is letting you know that it is inevitable that this will happen, but either confrontation and or meditation needs to happen. Either you're going to confront the issue, fix the issue, make sure that there's a resolution for you that is working out, and or you are going to go ahead and wait, shut up and listen, like the card said, for some more information to come, for a little bit more communication to come in. Okay, so the proverb for that is heaven rises, water falls, conflict at the beginning. So again, this is still a new start, still in the beginning, new moon, new progress, new life, new moon, new energy. Okay, so with all this coming in, it is still at the beginning. You are still starting out, you are still a novice, but that's okay. Just a little bit of conflict, and it's a means of how are you going to operate with this new cycle, with this new beginning, with this new change. Are you going to wait for answers if you don't know how to proceed, so that way you can proceed wisely and confidently? And or are you going to confront it because you know exactly what it is, you know exactly that you're in the right and you need to speak up? Okay? The next one that we have is 15, which is modesty, above earth, below mountain. The image of the mountain concealed within the earth symbolizes something bigger and more powerful than is revealed on the surface. The superior person works quietly and does not seek acclaim. A good leader does not boast of victories, but moves steadily forward with quiet confidence. Such modesty brings great respect and success. So again, if we're thinking about somebody, this third party, this energy that has come in, that is bringing conflict at the beginning, this start, whether that's a new start cycle, whether that is a new relationship, whether that is a new mindset, whatever it is, if this is conflict and as a third party person, it is letting you know that at this moment in time, you can still work. Work is still needing to be done, but again, it's that matter of with this coming in, right, in the mountain, and it is concealed, but it is very powerful. It is saying that you don't need to boast about your power in order to get that justice, to confront an issue, to provide a solution, but you can use that power, that wisdom, your lessons, so that way you're not repeating cycles and you still are able to confront the issue, and or you're able to take a step back and recognize that this is not a hit to my pride, this is not a hit to my work, this is not a hit to who I am. I'm taking a step back because I don't know how to proceed at this moment in time, and making sure that I have long-lasting success, right? And we're taking that in, we're processing it. So with that, we have mountain within earth. Modesty covers hidden strength. Okay? So at this moment in time, with these proverbs, this new moon, this new life, you don't need to show all your cards because at this moment in time, you don't have all of them. And that is A-okay. But if you know how to proceed and you're recognizing like this is not working out, this starts up, then take that action. But at this moment in time, use your power. Use your strength, your wisdom, what you have been going through for your benefit, for your good, because that is what is going to work for you in the long run. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to, of course, read the new moon in Virgo. And then we're just going to go ahead and gather a card. Spirit, what is the new moon in Virgo going to affect the collective with this difficulty? How can they approach this? These cards are. There we go. Spirit, how can they approach this difficulty? This third party? Something we need to know. Alright, so we have be bold and make the first move, which is the cardinal moon. We're going to go ahead and read that after we read the new moon in Virgo, okay? Too far. So a time to give rather than take, okay? So it's a time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? Okay? So this is a chance for a restart, and it is time for a simple and a well-organized one, which also comes in with taking the time, being patient, receiving all the information if you can't confront it and deal with it right away, okay? I said if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. It allows clean eating and alternative therapy, so add these into your routines, okay, however you've been feeling. So that is a new start. So if you are thinking of that, because Virgos are very much about that. They control the stomach, the intestines, and if the intestines is off, everything else in the body is off, okay? If your liver is fucked up, if your lungs is fucked up, you get what I'm saying? It kind of fucks it up backwards. All right. So, but when we're taking this in with precaution, with you having this difficulty and all this conflict at the beginning, with you being this new start, again, with those previous cards that we got on Wednesday, making sure that you are hydrating your body, making sure that you are checking in with your mental health, making sure that you are keeping up with this physical body in itself. Yes, your spirit has been doing great. It is powerful. It is peeping up on all the signs, the truth, things of that sort. But there's no point in the spirit moving if it can't move within the body. So again, if we're thinking about the Virgo and the new moon and what it symbolizes in its health, again, it is taking that, recognizing you need to hydrate your system, hydrate your body. You need to make sure that you're working out your body, your muscles, you are stretching, things of that sort, because in order for you to move, especially through this conflict, to make wise decisions, confident and sure decisions, and making sure that you don't have any regret, shame, confusion, doubt when you are moving forward, it is to make sure that your body is in check. Because when your body is off and you're feeling sick and anything of that sort, it just causes a little confusion. You get a little clouded minded is what I mean. Your mind gets all clouded, which causes your judgment to get clouded, and then you start moving when you're not supposed to, or you're standing still when you're supposed to move. And it's a recognition of your body being more sensitive and in tune to what is already happening spiritually, but you need to make sure that your body has capabilities of bearing that. Okay? So remembering to yesterday, can your body withhold that? Okay? So if a situation is blocked at the moment, if we're thinking at the conflict, the third party, that situation, it could be that you are over analyzing things or being too critical. Okay? It is time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. Okay? So if we're thinking about being bold and making the first move, and we're talking about biting through a situation, and we're talking about either you need to stand still, right, and be the the modest leader, right, and taking a step back and recognizing, okay, I don't have the information, but I want to make sure I'm planning this out. And or if you are being a modest leader and still concealing your strength and using that power to drive forward, taking that in. What can I do for others, and or what can I do for myself, versus always asking. Right? Now is not time for the handout. You can't be a leader and expecting your hand to be out, and it's like, okay, what are you leading us to if we are providing? You know what I'm saying? So, take it in. Your affirmation is, I recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Again, like I said, your routine, your boundaries, you're setting up and saying, I go to bed at 10, so I start taking calls at 9. So that way I can rest my mind, so that way I can recuperate my day, so that way I can process it, right? Or I'm deciding every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm deciding to cook home meals so that way I can stay home and that is not having a healthy morning and evening routine, no matter what happens. So Routines, it can't be daily, but if that doesn't work for you because we all don't work the same, do something that fits for your schedule. So that way it lasts longer. So that way you don't feel like you can't commit to yourself. You don't feel like you're letting yourself down or disappointing yourself when you can't commit to something because this is how everybody else does it. If it doesn't work for you, it won't work for you. And if you need to change those routines that you have already set in place based off of how your mental has changed, your habits have changed, your environment has changed, do that as well. That's why the affirmation is I recommit to healthy mornings and evening routines. Because it's a means of taking a look at your life and seeing how this is going to be implemented for this new start, for this new beginning. You can't take everything old with you, and that can also mean the routines that you have implemented. Okay? So the additional meanings for the new moon in Virgo is gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success. Being of service to others in love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. So if we're thinking about, for the people that we're thinking about the career and that partnership and removing from one career or a brand new that didn't work out or a collaboration or a promotion that didn't work out, the person that you're asking about for this career start, and I'm telling you that this is for you and specifically, the person that you're asking about is reliable to start that chance with, to take that bet on and to work with, okay? For the love relationship connections, that person, the toxic person in the middle was not. They're not reliable, but that soul connection, that new foundation that you are looking to cultivate is reliable, okay? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch yesterday's video and it will fill in all those gaps for you, okay? Okay, so the teaching is the Virgo is a sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it, and harvest is about reaping that abundance, okay? It says when it comes up, it could be a wonderful bounty coming your way, okay? It is usually about getting your life in order with this energy as well. If you know any Virgos, they're about getting their life together and having their life together and keeping it together, okay? So, that is what you need to do. Get your life together, especially if we're thinking about the cardinal moon, a cardinal sign. That cardinal energy is about starting things, okay? Let me go ahead and turn to that for you as well. It says, now it's time to be bold, bossy even. Again, it is about, it didn't say that it did not lead. It just said it was a modest leader. It wasn't showboating. It wasn't braggadocious. It wasn't egotistical. It wasn't all that. It was, I have this power within the earth like a mountain, and I'm utilizing it, and I'm still able to lead in a way that adorns respect and long-lasting success. So being able to be bold and make the first move, especially dealing with conflict, and people are able to see that you are able to do this with a clear head, with focus for yourself, without neglect of others. It's beautiful. Okay? It says you have to be powerful in starting. You have to be determined and great at organizing. Okay? That is cardinal energy. Okay? Cardinal energy is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay? It is that starting to all those seasons, to all those new beginnings. Again, wrapping right around to that new life, the new creation, that new fire, that new passion. These are things that need to happen. That is the point of this new start. Okay? It says, it suggests that you are going to need to be all of those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. Okay, so it can't just be on a wing and on a prayer. Can't be on a fly. You have to be organized and strategic and plan things out. I'm not saying you have to do a 25-step process. No, but at least have something in line of what you are looking to do for the next few weeks and what you are looking for those goals and setting that out, right? Whether that is a new discovery of self-love for the people that have lost that connection with somebody that wasn't in their best interest and that was toxic, and now you are having to implement and being bold and making the first move of setting stronger boundaries for yourself, of implementing more self-love and care for yourself. Whether you're that person that lost that soul connection, but you learned a valuable spiritual lesson and grown from that, now you are having to start and venture out in a way of finding that inside of yourself and being able to have those connections with other people as well. Okay? So, it may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. Okay? If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. And again, when you are standing still waiting for information, it didn't say that you weren't working. It just said that you were waiting. and pondering and setting back in the proverb. We didn't say all that, but it's a proverb. That's the point of it. But in the proverb, to take a step back, it reminds me of the crocodile card. When you are reflecting, you are submerging yourself in that water, which it was the water in the heaven, and submerging yourself in that water and recognizing that if this conflict is inevitable, it means that something has to happen. I'm going to have to deal with it either way. And either I'm going to deal with it or it's going to deal with me. So since it is inevitable, I'm going to take charge. And I'm going to actually set up a plan to do this. And if I can't think of anything, maybe I need to shut up and listen for an answer. Right? And then effectively use that, which is what was on the Wednesday reading as well. Okay? So, if you are serious about sorting things out, you need to speak up for what you want. And you may need to take the lead in some way and step up as the leader. Again, taking charge of your life is a valuable asset, especially at the beginning. If you have progress and you have to bite through this difficulty, and now you're at the beginning and there's a little bit of difficulty at the beginning, that conflict, that issue with the third party, okay, make sure that you're not adding to your own confliction. Step up, lead, drive, and be focused. Okay? So, your affirmation is, I am taking charge of my destiny. That's it. So again, if you need to wait. If you need to speak. If you need to do. But either way, take charge of your destiny. And don't allow people to make decisions and then you have to deal with the decisions that somebody else made for your life. Because that's a lot harder to deal with than having to deal with something that you did and you're like, oh, let me take a step back and reflect. Because now you know the steps of how you got there. But if somebody else is making a decision and working for you or speaking for you or manipulating you in whatever way I'm hearing, it's a means of recognizing it's going to be a lot harder to deal with because you don't know what their intentions were. You don't know how they got there. You don't know what the steps were. You don't know why they told you this. And it's going to be a whole lot harder to deal with somebody else's decision for your life than your own. Okay? So, the additional meanings for this card is be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. And that is allowing your body to be at rest and calm, ensure that that connection is secured in itself, okay? Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. The time for action is now. Ask Ganesh, the Hindu elephant god for help, okay? They're about truth, protection, enlightenment, and prosperity, okay? So, again, those are the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Taking the start. Starting that new beginning, right? And sometimes it starts with just taking care of yourself and your environment. You're asking for a whole lot more, but you don't even know how to do it, what you currently have. Don't do that. Deal with what's currently going on before you start trying to take more on. The Spirit is saying there are difficulties you will have to deal with. And you are dealing with it. Okay? Now what we're just going to go ahead and do is get some final messages. Alrighty. Spirit, what are the final messages you have in regards to the difficulty, the third party energy, working through that for this new moon in Virgo? Collective. Or anything else for the collective in regards to this new moon in Virgo energy and how it will affect them with the difficulty and being to their own power. Alrighty. Sincere Spirit, is there anything else before I close it out? Anything else before I close it out, Spirit? No, we're all set. We're ready to go. This is weighing on you guys quite a lot, quite a bit, this situation. This stress that you're going through, this struggle that you're going through, this setback, this loss of money I'm seeing in finances and relationships is really taking a hit to you harder than you were expecting it to, and or in this feeling that you don't know how to actually cope and deal with it. And the reason I'm saying that it's a loss of things and you having the struggle and bearing with it is because we have the Eight of Swords here, right? This is somebody that is having difficulty following their own intuition and guidance in the sense that it is keeping them up at night. It is drawing them outside of themselves in a sense of falling on their own sword, leading to self sabotage because of what's going on. They can't take it. It's overbearing. It's too much. It's too difficult. And it's just leading them astray until they wake up in the morning hours. And then it's like, oh, but then that's acting like everything is okay when it's really not. That's seeming like something is more than it is when it really isn't. And we need to nip that in the bud, okay? So if we're going to go ahead and do that, it is about bondage, being controlled by outside forces, censorship, and restriction. Okay, again, that's that third party energy. That's that difficulty. That's that should I speak up? Should I say something about this now or wait for more information and proceed afterwards? Right? But either way, this is something, again, this is like why Spirit said yesterday to enforce those boundaries and to continuously speak your truth and to go about it and to keep all those receipts and informations in that paper trail because of these outside forces, because somebody is benefiting off of you not taking those steps towards yourself, towards your own destiny, towards your own purpose. They enjoy you being conflicted. They enjoy you being pretty much in distress, worried, because they, like I said, it's this control that they have, this manipulation they have, this mindset that they have this power, which is why even when you have to bite through, right? Even when you have to bite through something, it was a matter of should I or is this a means of avoiding it? But with this is saying that this is somebody, even in the proverb, it says somebody does not have your best interest in heart and or in mind. And this is also saying that somebody does not have your best interest in heart or in mind, that they are benefiting off of you going through these. They're benefiting off of you having options and you not knowing what true option to choose. They're benefiting off of your body being tired. They're benefiting off of your mind being cloudy and confused and conflicted, right? Which is where it comes to the money in the situation with family issues, because the next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles as well. Sorry, the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, which is about that end and that accumulation, that start, that it's about to reap. We have a lot of tens as well. And for the Ten of Pentacles, it is about family relationships, abundance and harmonious in that. But with it being in this position right after this one, this is possibly someone in your family that doesn't have your best interest, and they're hoping to reap the benefits of you being within their bondage and or censorship to benefit from your wealth, from your power, from what you're able to do. Okay, so in the uprights, the keywords are sharing of family values and traditions, inheritance, wealthy and prosperous home. So like I said, they are benefiting off of this. It is, if you can see, it is literally two people playing chess on somebody else's back. So this is somebody, I'm just going to say it's family, or somebody that you consider family, somebody in that closer line that enjoys the thriving of that, which is with this new start, this new life, this new beginning. That's what I've been telling you about, which is why it has been so difficult. It's because you have not released this person from your life. They are still around, and with the Ten of Pentacles, they are benefiting from your distress. With the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, they are benefiting from that. They are becoming prosperous. They are having long-lasting success, because they're reaping off of your distress and you not recognizing your power, which is also what you got in the Wednesday reading, is that there is someone around you that recognizes your power, and for some reason you don't, and you haven't tapped into it yet, and you are at the start and at the beginning, and they're knowing that you're about to have new habits, new ideas, new passions, new boundaries, new enforcements and respect for self and of self, especially with this Virgo energy in high regard of you. And they are recognizing that they might need to nip that in the bud, and hopefully they can put you back into the cycle, right? Because even we have the Ten of Sticks, which is about carrying a heavy load, carrying a heavy burden, and possibly not being able to make it in the long run, okay? That says sticks. That's my other deck, the Ten of Wands. In reverse, okay? So again, it is about that. Again, the key words for this is loss, unable to maintain stability and treacherous actions. Again, whoever this person is, they do not have your best interest in mind. They don't mind adding extra bullshit to your plate. They don't mind. They give bad advice, you question it, you're not quite sure where they land with this person, and or you are noticing it in that when you are speaking about your goals and your plans, they shut it down. There's always this not so much negative, but they always feel like they're giving advice, but it's never really advice, it's just a shutdown. It's just like, I don't think that that'll work because of this, but then they don't give a suggestion. Or they're like, yeah, and they're pushing you. Yeah, you should pick up that extra overtime. Yeah, you should take that brand deal, even though they did it, whatever it is, because they're benefiting off of it. They don't mind it, but they're not recognizing that you have a loss of your mind. You have a loss of your spirit and your passion for what you want to do and how you want to do it. Then realizing that this is not a way to maintain stability because it is not you living in your purpose. It is them trying to live your purpose for you. And that is not stable because it's never going to be stable because it's not their life to live. It is yours. And at a moment's notice, you can crack, you can break, and fall down. So with these treacherous actions and this all being upright, it is someone, I'm letting you know, it is someone close to you, someone that you consider family, someone that you're resolved with, and they don't mind the struggling. Okay? Which leads to the three. And the reason why I'm saying it's a loss of money and finances and things of that sort is because you're not really benefiting off of it, which is why money is energy. If you feel drained making money, if you feel drained in regards to love, I'm hearing as well, giving and receiving love, and you're feeling tired or lethargic, that's because you're not truly benefiting of it. If Virgo season is about a time to give instead of receive, have you even been receiving in the first place? Right? Have you even been given to yourself in the first place? Because we also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which means it is not a harmonious relationship, which means you're not able to work well with others and or your surrounding environment, which means you're not able, again, to put your best foot forward. You're not able to take pride in your work because you don't feel like there's actually any pride. You're tired. You're worn out. You feel like it's one thing after the other, and it is because it's an extra third-party energy coming in. The keywords for this are literally mediocrity, poor workmanship, or quality. Again, when somebody's living your life for you, you start to lose your passion, your focus, your drive. It's that cloudy judgment, that cloudy mind, that unsureness, that lack of drive. And that does not yield success. That does not yield results. That does not yield growth. That does not yield a submission to your faith and your intuition. It's quite the neglection of it, okay? So at the Three of Pentacles, again, it is people that act like they're working with you, and they're not. And that is causing you to not take pride or joy in your work because of the surrounding environment. Which leads us to the Pisces energy, which is the Moon card, which is about your intuition, right? Outside forces, dark energies, the mind control, the manipulation. Again, there is someone that is really fuck with your mind, and they are okay with it because they're benefiting off of it. And the reason why, again, the first proverb card that we got, the number 6, that said this is inevitable, is because they're trying to let you know that this person needs to get the hell out. This conflict that you are going through is inevitable. And they think that you don't have any strength or any power, and that's where the number 15 proverb comes in, with that you have true strength like a mountain that is hidden under the earth. They don't know how masked you are. They don't know how wise you are, how deep you go, and how strong you are. And that is where your respect and your success and your longevity and strength comes from. But with that number 6 card, it is letting you know that you will have to deal with this person. As well as with the cardinal, be bold and make the first move. You need to speak up for yourself because they are creating a very prosperous home that is now passing to other people, which leads to the inheritance. Excuse me. Okay? So we're thinking about the Pisces, the moon energy again, that is about dark forces, third party, outside forces, messing with your mind, not sure with your intuition. It is about literally brainwashing, dark influences, trickery, illusion, and subconscious control, right? Throwing shady comments, or they were supposed to speak on your behalf and they didn't, or when it was just, I'm just get rid of this person. I can't say it in any other way. I really can't. This person does not care about you in any sort of way, form, or fashion, which is why they hid in truth and in the shadows, all those connections were severed and ended. The only person I would say that didn't have the ill intentions to that was the soul connection. Okay, but everything else has to get dropped and gone because they are literally allowing you to, you're stealing your own work that you cultivated and you're under their own feet, their own table, which is probably why I also heard the doormat last time as well. Okay, whew. The last one that we got is the Four of Pentacles. Again, this is about feeling obsessed with funds, money, finances, not feeling like you're reaping the benefits of the work that you are putting in. And if the Four of Pentacles is in reverse, and so is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, but not the Ten of Pentacles, it is letting you know that you are putting in hard work. You are just don't feel like you're getting the results of it because of that. And when you don't feel like you're getting the results, you're not confident in your work, which you start to lack in it. You start to drive in it. And you start to be obsessed with feeling like you're not actually getting it. Okay? So the keywords are material delays, hardships, and business affairs. Okay? Because when you're not putting good shit out with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, because you're drained with the Ten of Sticks in reverse, and you're under the influence with the Eight of Swords and the Moon, and you're brainwashed and being manipulated in overdrive because now you're working for more than yourself, and not in the means of wanting to, in the means of feeling like you have to or manipulated to, it is going to cause you those material delays. Because, again, the finances aren't going to you. The money isn't going to you. You're not reaping the benefits. It is going to cause those hardships in your business affairs because you won't make wise business decisions. You're going to be making it off the thought and the process of somebody else. So step up those boundaries. Keep those receipts. Write it down. Start living in your truth, speaking up, being more vocal. Because, again, also in those cards, you have the new life. Every single card you got is about new life, new energy. But you will need to be okay with confrontation. You will be okay. You will have to be okay. I am okay with leading myself and my destiny. You have to be okay with that. Because if not, this will continue to happen. You'll continue to feel drained and tired and worn out, like you're not reaping any benefits. I'm giving. If the Virgo energy in the new moon is about giving rather than taking, but you have been giving, which is showing, which is why you're tired and your body is tired and it's worn out and your mind can't think straight, and that is allowing other people to come in and affect you in a way that feels like they know more than you. They have better interest in you. They are leading you in the right direction, and that's why you also need to set up your plan. Because if something or someone says it's off, you'll know because it doesn't line up with your plan, with the goals that you have for yourself, with the true intentions that you have for yourself. Whether that be for the career people in the new business, whether that be for those that are looking for new connections and love with themselves and setting stronger boundaries and respect for themselves, or whether that's people that are looking for relationships and new community, right? It is a means of you having to know yourself from within because somebody is recognizing your power, your energy, who you are, and they're trying to downplay you. Okay? So that has been your reading for the new moon, my little lovely ones. I do these live on my Instagram every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or special lunar days like today. You can find me at Batiste_moon on everything. But yes, I love you guys. I love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oh my God, I forgot. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But I love you guys. But love yourselves more. Until next time.